Hey guys, I've been talking about doing a video series on men's friendships for quite some time and finally decided when better to start than the month of November when guys are growing mustaches to help raise awareness and conversation around prostate cancer and testicular cancer. So every single Thursday in the month of November, I am going to be posting a new video. Not on cancer, but on the number one factor that helps distinguish the difference between those who survive the diagnosis and those who don't. Our relationships, our support circles. With 1 in 5 guys being diagnosed with prostate cancer, it being the second leading form of fatality of cancer, and it's definitely the number one most common cancer, we really want to make sure that we've got the support systems in place for all of us. There are some big studies for women's friendships that get talked about a lot with cancer. One being a study of women where they looked at all the factors to see what made the biggest difference between those who survived and those who didn't. How much money they made, whether they were married, whether they had kids, what they ate, smoking, drinking, all those different things. And the number one variable was not whether they were married or not, but whether they had a support circle or not, whether they had a circle of friends, whether they showed up and participated in a place where they felt supported. That's made the biggest difference, and we see that happening across the board in so many different variations of the studies. We're seeing from a physical perspective the impact of feeling supported. They say that how you answer the question, how loved and supported do I feel, tells us more about your health, your chance of dying, your chance of longevity, your disease impact 20 years out. The number one factor is how you answer that question right now. And certainly women are still struggling to answer this question. I do a lot of work around helping us build deeper relationships. My name is Shasta Nelson, and I've been studying friendship for 10 years, have written several books, go in and talk to various organizations and hospitals and corporations and conferences about how to bring healthy teamwork, build trust, help what creates bonds between any two people. And I'm always asked about men's friendships. And so many of you guys have written me beautiful emails or waited to come up and speak to me after an event and kind of confide in me like, I wish I could do friendships like women do, or I wish, I just feel like I've got guys and I don't really do sports, and so that doesn't bond me. Or I do sports, but I feel like that doesn't really help me share who I am and have conversation. And I am always quick to say, it's not about doing friendship like women do. That's not the goal. The goal is for all of us to have healthy relationships, which are defined by relationships where we both feel seen in a safe and satisfying way. Men need to be seen as much as women, because friendship is not a women's issue. It's a human issue. And forgive us as a culture, as women, we have long talked about friendship as though it's a girl thing. We've decorated it in pink as though pink is a color for only girls. We have kind of created this whole mythology and these stories around female friendship. And while those are so fabulous and so wonderful, really what we need are men feeling more support with other men as well. For too long, really the only place we've told men it's okay for you to build intimate relationships is with other women. So either romantically or just in your friendships, women have often become the safe place for men to go and to share and to be vulnerable. But that leaves a kind of a little fragility to a lot of men's sense. So most of you are confiding that you feel like you don't have anybody to really to confide in. And it's often the reason why men get remarried after death and divorce so much quicker than women seem to, in part because that's the only relationship, a romantic relationship, where we've told them it's okay to get those needs met, whereas women have a lot more cultural acceptance, permission, modeling, encouragement to get a lot of those needs met in other friendships. And we just need to change this, because all of us, no matter what gender we are, need to feel accepted, need to feel like we belong, need to be seen, need to be known. And so this month, I'm going to take a different aspect of men's friendship, some of them kind of jumping off of questions that some of you have asked me, and we're going to look at ways we can increase the sense of connection among men. So subscribe and watch for the video every Thursday. Ask questions in the comments. Certainly, I'm not trying to speak for all men or try to say something about all women's relationships. What we're just trying to do is open the conversation to say, let's talk about how we can all have healthier relationships, including men, and help invite more of you into the conversation. We want you to feel encouraged and give as much permission and information to you as possible so that you can create the meaningful friendships that you crave, that you need. You're a human being. It's normal. It's a good thing. That desire you feel is not lack. It's not weakness. It's actually your body telling you. Much like when you feel hunger, your body's telling you you need food. When you feel thirst, your body's telling you you need to get a drink. When you yawn, your body's telling you you need to sleep. And when you feel a desire for being known, for being connected, for being in relationship with somebody, that is not a weak thing. That's not a negative thing. That's your body working. That's your body telling you what it needs, neuro-wise, biological, psychological. It's your body saying, I am meant for more connection than what romance can give me and more than what a social group and kind of people to do activities with can do for me. Both important, but we also want you to feel like you have relationships where you can confide in, where you feel safe, and where you feel like you belong. And we want that for all of us, and we're all trying to figure it out. But welcome to the conversation. Look forward to interacting with so many of you. See you every Thursday in the month of November.